newbies already know this, but the Sailor Moon manga and the Sailor Moon anime are two very different representations of the Sailor Moon story, unless we're talking about the newer series Sailor Moon Crystal all the way to Sailor Moon Eternal, which is definitely more faithful to the original Nako Takeuchi storyline for Sailor Moon. But with that being said, the original anime has a lot of really fun points and characters and themes in the show that today I wanted to talk about. And I've already said this before, I've talked about my personal favorite season from the original Sailor Moon anime, and it's the one that people tend to hate the most. So, once again, you are seeing me defend this season because we are talking about Season 2 of Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon R was a season. Basically, everything had just been wiped from the first season. If you don't remember and need a little recap, in the first season of Sailor Moon, basically everybody dies. Sailor Moon succeeds in using the Silver Crystal to defeat the Dark Kingdom forever, but her crystal is destroyed in the surrounding area and its power allowed her to be able to bend reality, basically resetting everything that just happened. The rest of the Sailor team and Mamoru are then transported alive and well back in time with no memories of their battle with the Dark Kingdom. And while Luna and Artemis are able to restore the dormant memories of the sailors, that's not the same case for Mamoru or Tuxedo Mask. Since he's not a Sailor Senshi, Luna can't restore his memory, and so he continues his life as a normal teenager with no memory of Sailor Moon, or Sagi, or even his past life as Prince Endymion of Earth. And this is where Season 2 picks up. And this is why you need to know the backstory, because there is a very important character in Sailor Moon R that the community tends to overlook. I'm not gonna lie, I have been in the Sailor Moon fandom since I was 14, I'm 22 now, and I see nothing about Moonlight Knight. Like, even doing a quick Google search, there is like practically no merchandise for Moonlight Knight. It's almost like he was a character that's completely forgotten, and yet he's still one of the biggest characters, biggest protagonist of the series. He is literally Mamoru Chiba, Tuxedo Mask, Prince Endymion, Sailor Moon Usagi's boyfriend turned husband turned ruler of the earth. Like, he is one of the most important characters of the show. Everybody knows Mamoru Chiba, but why does nobody know the Moonlight Knight, and why does nobody talk about him? So one, it's extremely obvious who the Moonlight Knight is when he first arrives in the Sailor Moon world, showcasing that he has become the new protector of Sailor Moon. As we know in previous seasons, Tuxedo Mask is the one who always showed up to protect Sailor Moon and the team when they were in trouble, but now that Mamoru doesn't have these memories anymore, he doesn't turn into Tuxedo Mask anymore, which is how Moonlight Knight is born. At the end of Season 1, when everyone is reset, Mamoru's memories are locked away, but he still has this extremely strong desire to protect Sailor Moon, and after Sailor Moon reawakens as her guardian self, this subconsciousness desire manifests into the Moonlight Knight. And of course, there are some plot points that the show tries to make to deter the viewer from thinking automatically, oh, this is Mamoru, because we actually see Moonlight Knight and Mamoru together in the same room. But how can that be? I mean, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. Like, no way they're gonna pull the twin brother route on Mamoru or anything. No, his whole family died in a car crash. No, the Moonlight Knight is just a physical projection that he is able to manifest in the environment. It's almost like a fragment of his soul has been ripped away, the part of his soul that cares more about Usagi than anything else, the part of his soul that is so strong to protect the girl he loves, it breaks away from his full body and manifests a physical form on its own. This is also the season that focuses on the Makai tree and the aliens on an ale. At the end of Sailor Moon R, we see after a huge battle, basically showcasing to the aliens on an ale how strong love can be, the Moonlight Knight reveals himself still as the part of Mamoru that wanted to protect Usagi more than anything. His love is what was able to create this alternate form of him. His memories were then restored and he merged back into Mamoru's body, restoring his abilities and allowing Tuxedo Mask to transform once more. And again, while digging up information and answers for where his popularity is, I found a couple, again on the place where it comes to die called Reddit. So from what I'm seeing, it seems that a lot of people don't like Tuxedo Mask as the Moonlight Knight and this entire arc, basically because it's kind of goofy, and let's not beat around the bush. It is a complete filler arc. Yes, it's all filler. This is nothing to do with the original story and actual story of Sailor Moon. It doesn't progress the characters or the stories in any way, but in my opinion, it was fun. I enjoyed how we really get to see this side of Mamoru, because we know that Mamoru, especially in the older anime, is not the nicest boyfriend, which still irks me because Mamoru is a great guy, and if you actually read the manga, you'll see that, but the anime turns him into a little bit, let's be honest, of a jerk. And I really thought that seeing this part of Mamoru helped me as a younger viewer understand that he does still love Usagi. Obviously, we see the breakups these two have. It's messy, there's a lot of fighting, it's really sad, and I always felt like the Moonlight Knight was a great character to show that representation of just how strong his love for Usagi really was. He didn't need to tell her how much he loved her. His soul manifested a whole nother person to be able to protect this girl that he is so enamored with. Yes, it's really sweet, but a lot of people do think it's kinda corny. And again, trying to find more information about this arc, it does seem that this filler arc only exists because Toei needed Naoko Takeuchi to finish up the Black Moon / Wiseman arc of the story. And so, as we know, that's the 3rd season, and that's where a lot of huge points come into, especially characters such as Chibiusa. I've also seen a lot of fans say that they don't like Moonlight Knight because it really doesn't feel like there's a mystery. It's very obvious from the hair and the eyes that we know who this is. The voice of Mamoru is completely the same, and I do agree on this point. I think if there was a little bit more of mystery, maybe if we used a voice changer, or if the VA had used a different voice, or at least tried to showcase some mystery with this character, then maybe I do think fans would have liked this character of Mamoru a little bit more, but again, it's so obvious that it's Mamoru, and it's honestly kind of annoying because we know in this filler arc that Mamoru doesn't remember Usagi, and he's kind of just like, girl, get off of me the whole time, whereas another portion of himself is like still protecting her. Like, it's just so weird. There's so much weird back and forth between this character and this season. And for the last opinion that I have come across a lot on Reddit, which is simply, he was here, he existed, oh yeah, him. Genuinely, this is not a very well regarded or remembered character from the season, which again, it's filler. And before anyone says like, oh, filler, whatever, filler, a lot of animes tend to have filler arcs, especially long running seasons. For example, Naruto has a lot of arcs where it's just filler because you need to allow the mangaka time to be able to catch up on their original story. But truthfully, what I feel like is the most annoying point about this character is that it doesn't seem like this arc really helps to change Mamoru's character, especially towards Usagi. As we know, and we've discussed already, the Moonlight Knight is basically an embodiment of love and the will to protect the girl he loves, and yet we still see him have moments with her where they fight and where she's jealous and he does nothing to do anything to calm her. Literally, she's jealous over her own daughter with this man. Like, you could just at least say something. You could at least just say like, hey, you know, subconsciously I manifested another portion of myself to literally protect you because I'm so in love with you. I don't want anyone else. Like, why couldn't you just, you know, convey that to the poor girl? She's a teenager. She's self-conscious. Like, dude. All in all, no matter what you feel about the season, love it or hate it, for me personally, I will never be able to get over the last couple episodes of the season where they are literally getting impaled by this tree and the aliens are like, yo, what the heck? Why are these people protecting each other? They're not selfish? What the heck? oh my god, is this what love is supposed to be? Their love, their protection of each other literally is so powerful that it brings these aliens to tears. There is nothing, and I say nothing, more romantic than that end scene. I don't care what you say. Nothing has shaped my brain chemistry as much as that end scene for season 2. And yes, I know, chalk it up to basically it's a filler arc with a filler character, and it's not canon, so people don't tend to like that because his character doesn't really go anywhere for this season. It's just kind of there, and I understand that, but from what I took from this season is that I really loved the Moonlight Knight. I really loved that he was able to show another side of Mamoru. While Moonlight Knight is one of my favorite forgotten characters from Sailor Moon, he's not the only forgotten character, and of course this attributes to him just being a filler character because Naoko Takeuchi had to catch up on the story while the anime was in development. But who is another character from Sailor Moon that's a quote-unquote forgotten character, whether that is from the filler arcs or the main storyline, or even the new addition to my collection, which I have been searching for a long time, called Sailor V! Codename Sailor V. I have been trying to get this forever, finally have my hands on it, so you will see another Sailor Moon video in your future. Now that my hands have grasped the book, you will get another essay. But do let me know, which character from Sailor Moon do you think is most forgotten? And also let me know what you think about Moonlight Knight. Is Tuxedo Mask always going to be the winner for you, or are you actually rooting for Moonlight Knight? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and you can check out my channel over here, my second channel, if you want to see hauls and kawaii, cute, nerdy manga cosplayer things. Yeah! And I will see you in the next video. Bye!